Okay folks, here's me finds pouch. Let's tip it all out and see what I got on my couple of beach hunts that I did during the week. Voila! Whoop, whoop. Right then guys, I've tipped it all out. This is all of it here on my tray. I've sorted it out into my usual little piles. I've got my junky stuff here. Look, so we don't need to talk about all this sort of stuff, do we? But this is your stuff that you find mostly on the beach here in Felixstowe. Any beach with groins and stuff, you know, eventually they all start falling apart and you do get the washers and things like that. If you've watched the video, you'll see that I picked this up. Very, very sharp. Don't know what it is. It's junk, isn't it? But good to pick it up because you know, you're saving someone's foot there, aren't you? Because it's, you know, it's bad. Mickey Mouse ears, if you remember. It's just a bolt, isn't it? You know. If you haven't seen the video to me finding all this stuff, I'll put a link in the description. Make sure you go check that out, guys, and then come back to this. That's obviously some sort of what do you call it? An eyelet, isn't it? A ring off you know, some sort of tarp or something. Here's your aluminium stuff. I always like to keep a little bit behind. I did find more than that, but I always keep a little bit just to show that I know a lot of the targets were aluminium related, you know, tin cans and stuff, you need junky things. I think this was the first find of the week, actually. Don't know what it is, but you know, you find more often than not the targets you get on, I don't know if it's most UK beaches, but the beaches where I am, East Anglia, you do tend to find this sort of stuff, a lot of it. There's loads of it, so you have to try and, you know, get to learn whatever it is machine you're using, learn it, and you know, get rid of them tones. But you know, depending on what machine you've got, you need them tones on sometimes, because sometimes you could pick up a ring pull, but the signal could also be the same for like a ring or something like that. You know, it's it depends on your machines really. But we're not going to go into all that today. A battery. I'm going to come back to this in a minute, because this has really annoyed me, but I'll go on about that in a minute. This is something that I didn't find with a machine. It was just laying on the surface like this, sticking up, and I noticed it and picked it up, and obviously I brought it home to put in the bin. But I thought I'd just remind you all of it, of how dangerous the beaches can be, guys. Be careful walking your dogs and with your kids and stuff in the winter months, because so much stuff gets brought in. Well, summer months as well, it doesn't really matter, it doesn't have to be winter, but you know, an example of how dangerous the beach can be, because these things, look, they're sharp, man. It's not good. And obviously, you know, irony things like this, nails and stuff. So just keep an eye out when you're on the beach with the kids and whatnot, because you don't want to go and injure yourself. Here we've got a bullet casing, the top part, 303 is it? All my subscribers know I'm rubbish with bullets, I can't ever remember what they are, but evidence of the war, I suppose, on the beach. As I was saying, that's junk. This, I don't know what it is. It's a J, it's part of a hammer. I don't know. Maybe it's like something that would go in, like a nail, an old nail, like would go in and hold planks together, maybe something like that. I don't know. Plonk your comments in, guys. It doesn't weigh anything at all. I can't bend it, so it's sturdy, but it's very light. So your comments would be great on that. Obviously I didn't find that with a detector, but I do like to pick up sea glass, guys, when I'm out and about. If I see nice little shiny bits of sea glass, I will pick them up, because they do buffer up quite well, you know. And I don't know what I'll do with them. I've got a big pot full, but one day I might do something with them. You can make jewellery out of them and all sorts of stuff like that. So I do like to keep the sea glass. I see it every single time I go out. Here we go. This is, I've had comments on this. It's the, I forgot what type of lock, but it's the inside part of a lock. And now I can look at it and tell that is what it is. Yes, definitely, I can see that now. So it's not that interesting, is it? This, guys, what is this? I have no idea. But it's slightly ruined from when I got it. Now, if you've watched the video, you'll see that it was all, you know, the same looking, apart from this corner there. Look, that wasn't like that. That's happened since I've got home, and again I'll go back into that in a minute and explain what's happened. But yeah, 1915. So if anyone's got any ideas on that, that would be great. Plonk a comment in. Now let's move on to the coins then, guys. I think I've covered everything else there, so we'll do the coins, and I'll come back in a minute to this. and this. You're thinking, why the hell do I want to talk about them? Well, I'll explain all in a minute. Here's the coinage, guys. My lighting's terrible in my shed at the moment, guys. I do apologise about that. We've got a £1 coin. Beautiful. It's not beautiful, but it is beautiful because it all adds up. And I've got a jar full of these now, and I'll clean them all up and I'll go and exchange them at the bank one day for proper spendable money, because obviously we don't use these round pounds anymore. But it's good to find. It's good to find. It all adds up. An old 50p here. We don't normally find 50p's. Well, I don't. 50p's and £2 coins never seem to happen for me, but yeah, there's a nice 50p. I think I found one on my other hunt as well not so long ago, so maybe the times are changing, eh? An old penny here, guys. Do you know what, actually? I'll keep that to one side because it's got stuff on it. I'm going to explain all this in a minute, guys. You're wondering what the hell I'm doing. Oh, another £1 coin, guys. A 20p, a 2p. I think that's a 5p, is it? It is a 5p. Is it? Yeah, that's 5p. Right, guys. This one, the find of the week for me. I found silver on the beach. We have... I don't know if that's focusing, guys. I'm using my phone. I'm sorry about this. Should be a bit more professional by now and use a proper camera, but look at that. Lovely. £0.5 crown. And unfortunately, I can see the date. It says 1906 at the bottom there, if you have a look. 1906. It's Edward the 7th. I don't know if you can make out much on that, but look. I'll put a picture in the corner. If I move this coin here, if you look in the corner up here, there should be a picture about to appear, and that's how I found it. Now bring you, and if you look, bring you back. Look at this. What's happened here? I'm really annoyed about it because this coin should clean up beautifully because it's a silver coin. And the reason why I was saying, unfortunately, it's 1906 is because I've had a look. And if it was 1905, it would be worth quite a little tidy sum, let's say. But it's not, so let's not go on about that. But 1906, Edward the 7th, £0.5 crown. Silver. 0.925, I do believe. But look, it looks like I've tried to clean it and messed it up. I haven't, guys. I've not done anything. So I'm going to now explain a little tip for you guys. In your finds pouch that you put your stuff in, whether it be one like that or a big one or a pocket or whatever, if you find one of these bloody things, do not put it in your finds bag with your stuff, because this is what's happened to these things here. Battery acid. It's leaked inside my finds pouch, and this is something I've never come across before, and I've never even thought about it. So hopefully you guys will take note of this and not put batteries when you find them in the same pocket in your finds pouch as the stuff that you know that's good, because if the battery acid leaks, which has happened to me, you'll see that it starts ruining things. Now look what's happened on here. I'll bring you in the light, guys. Look, it's the acid. Oh, it's just, I might get away with that actually. It just looks, yeah, I might get away with that. So that's not too bad, but you don't want it. You don't want this battery acid leaking on stuff, especially if you just imagine if you found something really, really, really historic, you know, and you go and drop battery acid on it. It's not good. It's not good. Now I think I'm going to say I'm lucky because this, with this being silver, I don't think the acid is going to hurt it too much. But look what it's done to the patina, not the patina, sorry, the you know, the tarnish that's on this coin. With it being silver, that's why it's gone black like that. But it's not, I don't think it's hurt the coin too much underneath. I can still make out wrecks there and stuff, so I don't think it's done too much damage. But I don't like it. I didn't want that happening at all. I mean, I'd rather have that all been black. But now it's done that, I've got no choice but to clean it, guys. So I'm going to give this a really quick clean, and then I'll come back to you, and you are going to see a massive difference. I'm telling you now. Take it in, guys. Look at it now. Look at it. Let's bring in the light. Look at that, and look at that. Right, let me go and clean this bad boy, and I'll come back in a minute. And if you want to see how I clean my things, guys, I have got more videos on how to clean certain items. I'll put a link in the description to them videos, so be sure to check them out if you're interested in how to clean certain things. I'm going to go do it right now. Back at you in 2 seconds. Are you ready? Ta-da! Look how lovely that has cleaned up, guys. Look at it. Shiny, silver, it's gorgeous. And this is just after a quick clean, guys. My first quick clean, and I don't even think I need to do any more to it. I thought I was going to have to do the method that I use. I thought I was going to have to do it 2 or 3 times, but I don't. Just the once was enough, because that is beautiful. Look at it. It's a shame the lighting in my shed isn't that great, because that you'd see, you know, just how lovely that's come up. You can't really benefit from it in this light, but there you go. An Edward VII silver half crown from, and as you can see now, 1906. Yeah, beautiful, excellent. So that's the best find of the week, guys. So if you've watched the videos, I hope you enjoyed them. There will be more to come. So everything else is what you normally find on the beach, isn't it? But that is brilliant. So this week, that is the star of the show. And last week was the 2 rings that I found. What's going to be next week? Stay tuned to find out. What?